All right, Dream's Incarnation had a very good question about the stone that Demean used to try and break into the Mother Goddess's house. He was questioning whether we could retrieve it or get it. So what I did is I went just a few minutes ago and asked out back to see if the giants are even still there, first off, but also to ask if they had it and if they were willing to give it to us. So I am just waiting on them right now, so we'll just see, and hopefully we'll be able to get that as well. All right, I just opened up the back door, take a look. This is where we have our communications. And that's the stone. Let's see what their paper says. So it just says... Here it is. Yeah, here it is. You can have it. Okay, thank you. So as you can see, kind of, that's the Apep stone that Demean had. So we have to hopefully get the other two. That implies to me that one of them is with Toctano and the other is with S second. I don't know if that's his real name or code name, but that's what the implication is here. So this is just a quick update because I'm going to run in right now and ask Apollo about it, and I'll tell you what this thing's all about. All right, I'm back. So basically, Apollo said that he doesn't know anything about Apep stones. He said they're likely either an item from prehistory, which means the gods aren't, especially incarnations, aren't knowledgeable of prehistory things unless they were from prehistory. Also, prehistory was not written down, so scholarly people, like a scholar and Apollo, wouldn't have any records of it. He said, but there's also a possibility that it's a relatively, not necessarily relatively, but more of a non-prehistory item where there's a tradition passed down on how to make it. The implication is that the Apep stones have the ability to hide things, like the hiding hoods. So that's a dilemma for us. That's the idea that we're thinking here, hiding the actions of someone. And it may be tied to key events like the winter solstice. Could be tied to the equinoxes. We don't quite know where it gets its power from. It's empty, according to Apollo. And it's not hidden from Apollo's eyes. So itself is not a hidden item. However, it may have the ability to create hidden things, and there's no way to know unless we either test it or we find a text referencing it or something like that. So he's going to do research and get back with us as soon as him and his people are able to do the research on it. So, and it was actually the Mother Goddess who her incarnation originally asked me if I had even asked Apollo about Apep stones. And I was just, with all of it happening, it spaced me to even bring it up. So I had actually been talking to Apollo about this after she had written that to me. She texted it to me. And then of course, Dream's incarnation asked me, what about getting the stone? So it was just a combination thing here. But worked out good, I think, to a degree. We have a lead, at least, here. And then, of course, I'm working with Apollo to figure out what we can do about the leprechaun. Because, number one, the leprechaun can't be either in possession of that ring, which allows him to do something without getting caught like that. I mean, dropping an item, even if it's a small item, it can be very damaging. It can suck a soul into a stone and kill a person that way, which was the inevitable outcome of what he was going to do to Moon's incarnation. Now, obviously from the whole court thing, I think we're assuming he didn't actually know that it was going to kill someone. Because, I mean, you got stones like this that just, it's a stone, and it unlocks. It gives whatever user it was to the ability to break into the Mother Goddess's house. I mean, they're not related at all. A soul stone and a stone to break through Apep. Stones can be used for so many purposes. So obviously he probably didn't know about it. But we can't allow him to have that ring at that point, or we have to put him in some sort of witness protection program. And this is something Dream brought up also. A witness protection program, his incarnation did. Something, because we can't really have him wandering around out there. I know that they said they were going to release him back to Ireland, but he's known by Toctano and S second. And the last thing we want is for them to go after him and try to use him again or kill him and steal the ring. So I'm probably going to have to talk to the Giants now that I know the Giants are here, I can actually, ask them about something like this. So we'll be going into that in a few minutes. I won't do that on this video, but that's where we're at right now. I'm probably going to take the rest of the night off, and I'm going to go ahead and do my best to take Christmas off. See if we can get a break and enjoy Christmas with the kids.